was telling you yesterday. Balloons.
Balloons.
I know.
Amazing.
What did you have in surprise for us?
So there are no balloons today. I'm just gonna do everything today. The best practice. I would like to start it my way first because this is one of the very few ways I know how to do this.
Okay.
So here we go, guys. Hey guys, welcome to this week's Coffee with Kyan. This is one of the only few ways to drink this one. Come in to Coffee with Kyan. Thank you very much. Yay! Didn't see that one coming, huh?
Did that.
Are we live?
Shot.
We will be live 3:30 every Friday afternoon. So guys, today's session is talking about best practice. So we designed this workshop together, not of anything new actually, but really talking about what our best practices as IT workers being in the US for close to 5 years now. We're just over the 5 years mark with the company being in the US. Started first in 2004, exciting, all the cool stuff. But let's talk about first, why do we need to have a best practice?
Well,
Hard
consistency,
question.
credibility, keeps on going.
Brand recognition eventually, and consistency is key.
Yeah. So that we're all on the
Sure,
same
everybody's
page.
giving the same message.
Yes, messaging
Yeah,
is
right?
very important. So we're all rowing in the same direction.
True.
We'll go in the same direction, and hopefully that within different falls at different market we go in. Let me add a different spin on it, because for every successful brand out there, let's talk about some of the big brands that we recognize, especially here. We're in Midtown Atlanta.
Yeah.
Which, thank you Global Furniture for having us here at their showroom today in their conference room. Let's talk about some of the bigger brands in here from school system. We already know Georgia Tech, Georgia State, UGA is not far from here, which this one I mentioned about just about 5 minutes ago on UGA. Hey, Global Bulldogs. And also looking at Delta, for example, and then looking at Coca-Cola, who's right here in downtown. As with some of the newer brands coming in. What makes these big brands successful over the years?
I mean, I think the history and the vision, I always think about all the old Coca-Cola signs and, you know, how that brand's influenced, I think, me, because I'm from Atlanta here, and so I've just grown up with that.
Product.
Yeah.
The best product or service is classic. It is best practice, whatever you want to do it, and then they consistently keep the brand as being high up in the priorities, and there's no deviation from it at all. This is what we do.
Exactly.
So definitely the consistency ties into the brand recognition.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
And over time.
Over
Yes.
time.
How many years? That's what.
Goodness.
That's what the secret sauce is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many years.
I think that's why it's so exciting too with social media and all of that. Now you've got ways, you've got that sounding board so that that reputation can be upheld, because you know every company goes through and every brand goes through these challenges regularly. So to be able to talk back and have that voice, I think has been a really cool thing to see develop.
Yeah, definitely
Over the
innovation.
years.
So they're still going strong.
Yep.
So they're
Yeah.
very innovative.
Indeed.
Especially on some of the companies like Amazon. Traditionally, we're looking at Amazon as a shipping company. They don't even have a product themselves. Now they have products.
Right.
Yes.
It's
And
true.
also going into markets that nobody thought they would. The acquisition of
Everyone.
everyone.
Pretty much.
The
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah.
Whole Foods. And look at
Yeah.
some of the other brands are going to mobile device, which you think that Xfinity, which was a Comcast company, was a TV-based company having internet, and now they're going into mobile area too. You know, lots of companies trying to transform. Even Coca-Cola traditionally started as a soda company or cola company. Then they rebranded Coke. Now they're actually considered one of the FDA-regulated pharmaceutical companies, as a lot of products are still in the process of being made. These companies keep transforming themselves, innovating themselves, but they don't lose that essence, which we're going to talk about quite a bit today, is the reputation management.
Indeed.
Especially we talked about these companies are well recognizable because what they have a reputation, their reputation precedes themselves. So that's let me add another element on top of here. What are you looking to get out from today's session together?
Collaboration.
Yeah,
Yep.
just that communication, I guess, to know
Consistency.
what each, here we go, all of our
We got
CCs out there. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely
Definitely.
think consistency will
Yeah, we want to
definitely
be able to
help.
underpin each other with, you know, I know what Kelly's answer would be the same as my answer, same as Rachel's
Exactly.
answer, and you know, it all boil down to Gary's answers.
And we get credibility as a
Yeah,
leadership
we
team.
go.
There we go with all these C's.
Awesome. So what's our expectation with each other today?
I would say just to underpin and you know have the same values, but underpin each other
Yeah,
along the way.
Definitely.
For myself, I've been with the company for a while, and you've developed all these amazing practices and everything you do, and
We all do it together.
but you know, you do a darn good job, Kyan. So anyways, but seeing all this stuff going on in the background with the training that you're doing and not always being part of that, I hear it.
Right.
I remember some of it, but I think that for me is a huge takeaway.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Kyan, putting our questions or our answers aside, what would you say is the most purposeful ideas behind the best practices?
The most purposeful ideas behind best practice, I think goes back to our core values, 5 C's that we can share with everybody is we're very committed to doing what we're doing. We believe in the collaboration. I think this is part of the collaboration after coming to we all need to be one voice in what we do and then have that vision going forward. And then obviously the hardest part is the consistency and continuity because as a growing company, you know, adding new people, especially we don't have a core product to stand behind us. Our product is our service, which are done by the people, which is 100% the assets of the company. And then people will constantly evolving themselves as well. So I think the hardest part is how do we keep that consistency and continuity with the strong leadership we have in place, everybody's seeing right here, to have the same one voice message going out to everybody so we're consistent across the board. I think that's the ultimate, continuous goal that I think that I would love to be able to help to start championing with that aspect from training development, but really we all underpin each other on the exact same level going forward.
It'll be interesting to see that you've got a core best practice to implement for all of us. That's core to each of the 6 of us, but you've got 6 quite diverse people here.
Yeah.
And so it's how do we make sure that they, just like in the
Diverse
Coca-Cola
company.
model that says they've got, nobody can tell you that Coca-Cola's not got room for innovation. Absolutely,
Sure.
and idiosyncrasies and so on, they absolutely do.
Right.
That's the challenge that we've got ahead of us. But what you've got is the thing that anchors us all together is the core processes.
Yes.
And that build into the brand, and we need to put our 10 cents worth in our shape and our characters on top of that to enhance it.
Yeah.
But we're not the core, the process is the
Yes,
core.
correct.
We're the peripheral, we're the stuff that takes it to delight.
There you go. And continuing to try to make it perfect for our company and for our culture and for the development and for the size. As the size gets bigger and bigger, I mean, these best practices change and they come into fruition and they take on a form of their own, really. And so for us to, as we make those better and see, get them further along, it's so important, I think, with the ever-changing dynamic of a, I don't want to say startup because I feel like we've been there, done that for a while
There's definitely
now.
a hope
But
from that. But best practices are so important as a company grows.
indeed.
Well, it's the foundation.
It is the foundation.
And you can grow the wrong ways. You can grow very sloppily and have to take a step back, or you can get that foundation solid so that as you
True.
grow,
You're going in the
If
right direction.
if you bear in mind in the first 5 years, as it was coming from, a single person working with a blank sheet of paper and building it, as you start to develop from there, you can, to a certain extent, fly by the seat of your pants. But now, if we want, you'll plateau. If we want to get to a point now, which we've talked about for about the last 12 months or so, now you're looking at processes need to be in place, best practice. But beyond that, how do we keep that essence and still keep that innovation as opposed to measure our way out of into oblivion? That's going to be the real challenge. And that's where this is a bit of a microcosm, if you think about it here, where I'm looking about, there's 5 very different people here with different strengths and weaknesses, and it's, you harness that, you've got a powerful story.
well, and something that's neat here too that I've never been a part of is that it seems that best practices it's the foundation of also our culture and our values. So it's not something that is weird or different or outside of what at the core of IT Works who we are. So it's taking that and then actually tactically implementing that
Indeed.
through different stuff. So that's what I'm looking to get out of. I'm one of the newer ones here. So like you, I've heard a lot of this in the training, but I don't know kind of the mechanics behind some of these things. So I'm looking forward to learning more about that, Kyan.
Awesome.
Yay.
Well put, everybody. Especially 6 of us are all very different people, personality. Our styles are quite different, but how do we function together as one voice? And have some fun along the way, and then be very contagious. I use that as a positive way of affecting that people around us and make it truly a fun experience. So we'll have a good go today at Best Practice, and cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Everybody.
We'll see you soon.
Slanger.
Bye.